10 inmates escaped the Orleans Justice Center in a jailbreak that shocked neighbors and officials and highlighted gaps in security and communication. The massive manhunt is underway for the final two escapees, Derek Groves and Antoine Massey.
The last arrests were Monday, with one escapee captured in Baton Rouge and two in Texas.
Gabby Killett tells us where the investigation stands.
2 weeks into the largest jailbreak in Louisiana history, and two men are still on the run. Derek Groves and Antoine Massey have evaded federal, state, and local law enforcement for 14 days. Investigators upped the reward that leads to their arrest to $50,000 each on Thursday. And Louisiana State Police Colonel Robert Hodges says investigators are relying on tips now more than ever, with the men likely losing steam.
They're tired. They're looking over their shoulder. They're running out of resources.
Former NOPD detective and attorney Eric Hessler says at this point in the investigation, it's likely that initial leads have slowed, forcing law enforcement to continue its search for new leads.
There's certain tactics they'll use. I'm not going to discuss all of them because it wouldn't be proper. But there's ways to jostle or prod somebody into talking, or getting two people to talk, and you can gain information in that way.
Hessler fears the escapees' attempts to stay on the run might become more brazen as the men tire.
Stealing food, burglarizing houses for food and clothing, weapons, keys to automobiles, auto thefts, carjackings, robberies. I mean, you name it. If somebody is desperate and wants to remain on the run, they need to be able to sustain themselves.
Hessler agrees that public help is essential in solving the investigation. The authorities say they understand the choice to tip off law enforcement is a loaded one.
It's twofold. Obviously, it helps in making the arrest and putting the bad guy in jail, and it keeps the officers' morale up too when they think that there are people cooperating, there are people helping, there are people giving them information that they can act on.
We understand with our law enforcement partners that some of you might be reporting a friend, a loved one, a relative, and albeit not easy, it is critical to your safety and the safety of the public that you report that.
And you can send tips to Crime Stoppers by calling their anonymous line at 504-822-1111. Once again, the reward is at $50,000 per inmate for anyone who can lead investigators to an arrest.